We go back to headquarters this Saturday night at Albion Park. No Group 1 action racing like we had last week, but still it's a really strong program. The carnival fast approaching. 11 races, a really good free-for-all featuring Turn It Up, who's second up, looking to bounce back after his unplaced effort first up. And the mares race, race number 8, that's an absolute ripper on the program. Many of these mares will be aiming towards that new Group 1 feature during the carnival, the Group 1 Golden Girl. In this edition of Weekend Winners, we're going to speak with Narissa McMullen and Leonard Cain. A busy night at the office for Narissa McMullen on Saturday night. 11 races, and Narissa is driving in 7 of those races, and I think 5 of those drives are her own runners, so it's going to be a busy night. She joins us now. Narissa, appreciate the time.
Thanks, Chris.
Midnight Man in race number 1. He lands a good gate, but you've got speed to your inside. It's 1 mile, so that suits Midnight Man. How do you think he's going to measure up here?
It's a little bit of a tricky draw with the speed to his inside. I think he's definitely back to his best. His work's been really good, but he does race best in front, so it's going to make things a bit tricky on Saturday night. Hopefully we can sort of get forward somewhere and be thereabouts, and I think he'll run a good race.
That last start 4th, how did you gauge that effort?
Yeah, he was pretty good last start. You know, he's not a brilliant sit sprinter. He is a lot better out in front. But he's improving every start, and I think he's definitely back towards his best.
Okay, certainly looks a good chance. That race does look really open though, doesn't it?
Definitely.
Okay, race number 3. Ragnarr, if he's not the stable favourite, he's certainly pushing his case very well. He's been huge since joining your care.
Yeah, definitely. He is one of my favourites. He seems to just improve with every start.
Can he lead this field on Saturday night from gate 3?
I'll be trying to lead. He's got pretty good gate speed and he can do a bit of work, so we're pressing forward at the start, and I think he'll run a big race.
We're watching a vision of his last start performance, and that was a victory here at Redcliffe. He was able to come off the speed. He used the sprint lane, was able to shoot through, so he's no one-trick pony.
No, he's becoming more versatile all the time.
Yeah. Now, since coming north, have you changed a lot with him, or is it just the style of racing up here that suits him best now?
I think it's probably just a combination of the style of racing, and you know, the smaller stable just really suits him. He's fitted in well, and he's such a nice little horse. Yeah, he's just loving it here at the moment. This
is a race that does have good depth. There's a number of other chances here that can certainly, you know, play a strong role with a little bit of normal luck. 2 times better was huge last time out. Does she loom as the main threat?
Yeah, definitely. That run last start for it was super too.
Okay, well that's Ragnarr, race 3, number 3. Let's go across to race 5. For Steve Senior, you're driving King Triton. This guy's been enormous since coming up from Sydney, very consistent, and his sectionals are always strong. Trailing draws, so that makes it a little bit more challenging, but you can't knock his recent efforts.
He's racing in great form. We're just going to need a little bit of luck in the run, but I definitely think he's capable of winning. Yeah,
and he's versatile too. Like, a lot of the times he's, you know, had some bad draws, but he can overcome those bad draws.
He is. He's quite quick, but he can also do a bit of work.
Yeah, and he did that last time, just looking at the replay. You took this race by the scruff of the neck, put him into the race, found the front, and then he was just too classy.
Yeah, he can make his own luck.
Okay, so he looks a good chance there. Bombardier, Jujon go lightly. From their good draws, do they loom as the main threats?
Yeah, both are racing well and probably got better draws than us.
Okay. Race 6, Kodavar, another runner for your stable here. 4th run back here on Saturday night. Draw looks a little tricky on paper. How do you see it?
It is a little bit tricky. Probably the type of horse that needs a few things to go his way. But he has improved every start back from the spell. He's getting back towards his best, and I think he's not too far off, you know, running into the money. Okay, this race is only at the mile, and it's going to generate pressure because Saucy Dreams is in this race, and she's got a front row draw. Huge winning last time out, 51-4. So that genuine tempo, is that going to suit Kodavar? Yeah, I think it will suit him, but he'll need a nice soft run as well. Okay. Race number 8, you've picked up the drive on Ali Kai. This, for me, is the race of the night, race number 8. This mare's race, loaded with talent. Ali Kai's been close. She's a last starter runner-up, backing up from Tuesday. Can she feature here? She's racing well. It is a strong race, but if everything goes her way, she can definitely run into a place.
Okay, race 9 on Saturday night. Glen Averill Girl, another runner for your stable. 2 runs so far here in Queensland. Where is this mare at, Narissa?
I've been happy with her 2 runs for the stable. She was a little bit unlucky last start, getting held up. She's probably got to step up a little bit to win one of these mares' races, but she's definitely on the right track, and hopefully she can show how good she is.
Okay, gate speed. How much gate speed does she possess?
She doesn't have a real lot of gate speed, so we're going to need a little bit of luck from the draw.
Okay, Jendon Strike. We saw this filly take out the South East Oaks last season. She's got gate 10, but is she the horse to beat?
Yeah, definitely. She's a really nice horse.
Okay. The trot on Saturday night. Good quality trot as well. God of Thunder for your stable. Lining up from gate 2, so he's off the front line. Can he lead and run a bold race?
I'd like to hope so. He's racing really well, and his manners always help him out. So hopefully we can get him to step away quick, and if we get to the front, I think we can steal it.
Okay. Claudie's Prince is the only other horse off the front line with God of Thunder. Can you get him at the start?
It's always hard to tell. If he goes away as quickly as he can, I think we probably can, but you never really know in these stand starts.
If this race was 2,138 metres, he'd be a real winning hope, wouldn't he?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Do you prefer him at the shorter trip, or it doesn't really matter?
I think at this stage he's racing well over the 21 and 2600, so don't really think it's an issue.
Okay, it's a good quality trot to wrap up that card on Saturday night. Busy night for you. Which one are you most looking forward to?
I'll have to go with Ragnarr.
Okay, race 3, number 3, Ragnarr. We'll take the tip. Narissa, as always, appreciate the time. We'll see you trackside.
Thanks, Chris.
Leonard Cain has a good book of drives on Saturday night, part of this huge 11-race program. He's in the hot seat with us now. Leonard, appreciate the time.
No problem at all, thank you.
We start with no win, no feed. This first race looks wide open. You can make cases for most, if not all. Your mare disappointed last time out. Can she bounce back?
I think so, Chris, yeah. Like you say, she was a little bit disappointing, but, it was a 51 mile out the gate in 26, so she probably was entitled the weekend a little bit late, but at the same time was a little bit disappointing. Like you say, I think she can bounce back. It's not a terrible draw. I think there's going to be a lot of speed early, so if that's the case, I think she'll be right in the mix late.
She looks the class runner of this field. She's a multiple feature race winner, proven here at Albion Park as well. So if she is at her best or brings her A game, she can easily bounce back. Like you said, you just need that bit of tempo early or mid-race just to maintain that pressure throughout.
Yeah, for sure. That's right, yeah. I think if we have that strong sort of tempo throughout the race, I think she'll be right in the mix late, She is a very classy mare, so if she brings her best this week, she'll be hard to knock.
Her work since that last start, has it been better, sharper?
Yeah, it has been for sure, yeah. No, she's worked on really well since then, so I'm expecting her to run a lot better. All
right, well, that's race 1, number 10, No Win, No Feed. Another mare that looks a terrific chance for you on Saturday night is race 3, number 7, 2 Times Better. That performance last time out has to be seen to be believed. Did she surprise you that night when she missed away and then made up all that ground?
Absolutely, yeah. She was unbelievable that night, Chris. Like you say, she made the error early and then she was quite keen throughout and sort of on her own accord ended up catching up to the field, and it wasn't until probably around the 600, 400 metre mark that I thought, she's really travelling well here. If we get a split, she'll be right in the mix, and we're able to get a little bit of luck around that last turn and get a couple of gaps and work our way into the clear, and she ran into a real nice second. So, no, that performance on that occasion was outstanding. Did you give up any hope that night after she made the error? Oh, at the time, I thought she was no hope, I thought we'd just be following them around, but, as it turns out, she proved me wrong. So, no, we were over the moon with that run, and she seems to have trained on really well since, so I think it is a tough draw, but I think this week she'll be really good, and I think she'll run a really strong race. She's been back to the trials too since that start. Was that just more to get one of those ODs off her name? Yeah, partially, yeah. Just to get one of those ODs off the name, and also just make sure we've got everything right with her, and she was a lot more tractable. So we're really happy with that trial. She tried really well. She was quite respectful in that manner, and she found the line really well, so I was really impressed with the run on that occasion. There's a few runners in this race on Saturday night that have good form, and you've got the worst draw, gate 7. But with normal luck, she can beat this field. Yeah, that's right. She's definitely capable, like you say, with a lot of luck. I think she is right in the mix with them ones, so obviously we need a little bit of luck on our side, but I think she'll run a really massive race again on Saturday night.
Okay, race 4, this is the Open. Your driver's Little Rascal. He's drawn the inside of the second row. On face value, you'd think, maybe a little bit awkward, but you're drawn to follow out behind the favourite, Turn It Up. So this race looks tailor-made for him, Fresh.
Absolutely, yeah. That looks like a perfect draw, really, because like you say, we look to get a good trip through there early and get quite a good economical trip. So I think, he is a proven sit sprinter. So with his speed, I think, he'll be right in the mix there late. It's obviously, Turn It Up's a great horse and he's going to be hard to run down, but if anyone can do it, it's probably Little Rascal on his back.
Just looking at his effort here in this trial, John McCarthy had the drive on Little Rascal. Were you happy with that effort?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. He'll obviously benefit from the run, Chris. He had the trip up and whatnot, but he's trained on really well since, and we're really happy with the way he's going. So I think with the trial under his belt, he'll run a really nice race on Saturday night.
Yeah, it just looks a perfect start point for his new campaign. An easy run first up, just following the leader and following the pegs, getting that soft trip. So he looks a great chance there, Little Rascal. Going across to race 7, the Croupier. Here's another one with a really difficult draw, gate 7. It's only a mile, but the first up second was pleasing. Did you like that run?
Absolutely, yeah. He was great, first up a fortnight ago, and I think he'll benefit from that run. He went into that run, with the trip up that week, and he probably didn't have the greatest preparation leading into that run. So I think this week he'll be a lot sharper. His run, I wasn't at all disappointed with his run last start. He found the line really well, and he had to do a lot of work early. So I was definitely pleased with his run last start, and I think he'll prove better for that run.
How do you attack gate 7? What are the options?
It's hard to say at this stage, but it's one of them things you just sort of got to weigh out what's happening at the time the green light goes. But I think we're going to have to sort of look to work forward and try and find a forward position, and if we can do so, I think he'll really take some beating there on Saturday night.
Okay, so with his best Sydney form, he can win this race?
I think so, yeah. It is a nice race, but at the same time, he's a classy horse who I've got a lot of time for, so I think he'll run a really nice race with the right trip. All
right, a good push there for the Croupier. Race 8, this is probably the race of the night for mine, this mare's race. You've picked up the drive on Joni's Girl. You were with this mare on Tuesday afternoon when third. This is a perfect race for her where she's got barrier 1. There's class all around her, so she'll just be minding her own business against the pegs.
Absolutely, Chris. It looks a great draw for her, but like you say, it's an extremely strong race, and at least we'll be there on the fence. So I think with the right trip, I think she's definitely a place hope. But yeah, it is a very tough race, so we're going to need a lot of luck.
Okay, many of those mares would be looking towards that Group 1 Golden Girl during the carnival. And speaking of mares, Run for the Roses in race 9. She's got gate 5. She likes to go forward. She likes the short trip, so she's got a chance here.
Absolutely, yeah. She's drawn a little bit awkwardly, but like you say, she likes the speed on and she likes the short trip. So hopefully if the races run accordingly, I think she'll run a really nice race there on Saturday night. With a little bit of luck, I think she'll be right in the mix. Richard Hutchinson does a great job with his horses, so I think that he'll have her spot on and she'll run a really great race. All
right, fingers crossed. Just speaking of the mares in the Group 1 Golden Girl, no win, no feed, 2 times better. Could they be headed in that direction?
I think so, obviously as long as everything stays well with their preparations leading into these sorts of races, I think they're both definitely looking to be aimed up for that race, and I think they're both obviously good chances. If they were to draw right and get the right trip, I think they'd both be right in the mix with them sort of mares. They are both very classy mares who we've got a lot of time for, so I think, like you say, I think they both will line up in that race if, their form's good enough and their preparation's right. I think we'll be seeing them in them type of races.
All right. And out of your drives on Saturday night, which one are you most looking forward to?
I'd have to say Little Rascal, just with the draw and, he's got the trial under his belt. I think he's probably my best one on paper value.
Excellent. We'll see you trackside Saturday night.
Thank you very much.
Again, a big thanks to both Narissa and Leonard for giving up their time and insights for their drives on Saturday night. We wish them the best of luck. Time now to find a best bet for this program on the weekend. I think we've got to be patient and wait towards the back end of the program. Race 10, number 4, the Grogfather. This is the 3-year-old race. He was beaten first up for John Bazirio and Shane Graham. I think he goes one better. This is a winnable race for him, and I think he'll strip a lot fitter. Race 10, number 4, the Grogfather, marking him the best bet on the program. If you are gambling this weekend, please do so responsibly. We'll see you trackside, 11 races at Albion Park on Saturday night.